The vulnerability index doesn't tell us a hardcore number of the over-indebtedness of consumers, but it talks about the issues that consumers feel that are infringing on their financial security. It makes them vulnerable. They're concerned on the short term. Will their cash flow position be insufficient for them? The income that they've received, will they be able to service their debt, to do all their expenditure commitments, and then save, if at all? And what we've seen from the last few years working on the index is that vulnerability, it does tell the impact on what's happening in the economy. The index is becoming a leading indicator that if consumers are concerned or vulnerable this quarter, we can expect a lower growth rate in the economy next quarter, because consumers are hesitant to spend, they're concerned, they don't know what to do, they don't know if they can save. So how do they deal with this uncertainty? And unfortunately, in the overall macroeconomic position, it's going to remain uncertain for the next year. So that is really contradicting or hindering consumers' ability at the moment to start with their financial position, and creates for a lot of vulnerability. What we saw as well is vulnerability is a very complex phenomenon. It's not that income growth would immediately ensure that people are less financially vulnerable. It tracks the reality of life. For a person now earning an income, he's incurring a lot of debt, and due to retrenchments of work, he loses his employment. If there's no support in that household is financially strained, and there's no necessary short-term alleviation, because a lot of the consumers are not in a position to save, so there is no safety net to recover from in the short term. We need to address that issues. We need to look at the financial education, that people understand what is their exposure and what short-term as well as long-term mechanisms must be in place for them to ensure sustainability and financial security.